You might be asking, why is Dr. Atienza posting again about ProLon? Well, it's because I really believe in it. ProLon is the only fasting mimicking diet. It was developed by Dr. Walter Longo after over 20 years of research, more than $48 million in research grants, and partnerships with Stanford University, Mayo Clinic, and many others. And there are over 100 international patents on ProLon. There's nothing else like it. ProLon is like doing a 5-day water-only fast, but you're eating nutritious plant-based foods. So you get all the benefits of doing a 5-day fast, but it's safer, more nutritious, and it's easier. How does it work? Well, ProLon combined the exact nutrients and the exact amount of calories to just sneak in under our body's nutrient sensing pathways so our bodies don't know we're getting food, even though we're eating. I compare it to the movie Top Gun Maverick, where Maverick and his team are flying their planes through those canyons so that they can sneak in under the enemy's radar system undetected so that they can get in there and accomplish their mission. So ProLon gets in just below what the body can detect, so you're eating food, but you're getting all the benefits of fasting. And what are the benefits of fasting? Well, weight loss, better metabolic health, reduced cardiovascular risk, cellular repair, better looking skin, healthy aging, and it promotes longevity. Fasting is good for us. Our bodies were designed to go through periods of fasting to survive famines and droughts. But with modern advancements, we have food available to us 24/7, but we weren't meant to be eating 24/7. So in January, I posted the results of a study that compared 5 days of ProLon for 4 months in a row, so just 20 days, with 120 days of the Mediterranean diet. Participants in both groups lost weight, but only those doing ProLon lost belly fat, or the internal visceral fat, which is the most dangerous kind of fat, because it's so inflammatory. The ProLon group also saw improvements in insulin resistance, reduced biological age, and they didn't lose any lean muscle mass. They actually gained a little muscle. Last month, I posted the results of another study that showed that doing ProLon for 5 days for 3 months in a row reduced biological age by 2.5 years, and doing 3 months every year for 20 years resulted in reduced biological age by 11 years. Now, I've done ProLon for the past 2 years. This will be my 3rd year. The first year, I did 3 months in a row. The second year, I did 3 months, but not in a row. I split them up a few months apart, only because sometimes my weight gets too low, and you should not do ProLon if you're underweight. I'll show you the results of my biological age test. I did it in October last year, about 6 weeks before my 55th birthday, and here's what it showed. My actual chronological age, or calendar age at the time, was 54.87 years, but my biological age was 51.36 years. Pretty cool, right? And I plan to continue doing ProLon every year. This year, my husband agreed to do it with me, so it'll make it easier because I don't have to see him eating while I'm fasting. I'm gonna walk you through each of the days, so if you think you'd like to do ProLon in the future, you can always come back and replay the videos. Maybe if a group of you ever wanna do it together, we can do this live so we can chat live and support one another through it. And ProLon is a little pricey, but use my link in the caption for 20% off. I'm getting ready to start my 5-day program tomorrow. So today is day 0, or prep day. And you might think you'd want to eat large meals and indulge in all your favorite foods and yummy stuff the day before your fast, but you don't. You want to prepare yourself for a smooth transition into fasting by, number 1, reducing your portions the day before. Number 2, avoiding sugar, refined carbs, and alcohol. Number 3, avoiding animal-based proteins and foods high in saturated fats like cheese, cream, butter. Number 4, don't eat late into the night before you start the fast. And number 5, I also recommend having less caffeine than you're normally used to the day before. What to expect for tomorrow? For tomorrow, there's gonna be no caffeine, but don't worry, I'll tell you how you can do it if you don't think you can. You're not gonna take any of your usual vitamins or supplements tomorrow, but do take all of your prescription medications. Diabetics may require less of their medication to avoid getting hypoglycemic, so they should talk to their doctors first. We're going to need to avoid strenuous exercise, but you are allowed to do light walking, light yoga, and light stretching only. We're not going to be eating a lot of calories, so you don't want to end up burning too many calories. You also don't want to do very physically demanding work during the 5 days. Take it easy. We'll also want to avoid extreme temperatures, so no sauna or cold plunges during the 5 days. Now I'm going to show you what's inside the box. For 5 days only, you're only going to eat what's inside this box. There's one box for each day of the 5 days. You have to do them in order, and you can't move ingredients from one box to another, but you can eat the ingredients within a box anytime and in any order that day. You also need to drink plenty of water, at least 32 ounces, or the recommendation, which is to drink half your body weight in ounces. Oh, and talk to your doctor before doing ProLon. And don't do ProLon if you're pregnant or breastfeeding. I'll see you tomorrow for day 1. Thanks for joining me for my ProLon day 1. Today will be the easiest of the 5 days because there's more food in the first box. It's meant to transition into the fasting state. There's 1,100 calories in day 1 and 750 calories in days 2 through 5. So remember, today we won't be taking any of our usual vitamins or supplements, not even collagen, but take all prescription medications as usual. Talk to your doctor first if you have diabetes. Today, I'll eat only what's in box 1, which I've opened and laid everything out for the first day. All food is natural, plant-based, with no chemicals or artificial ingredients. It also includes detailed instructions. And here's what you need to know. You have to eat everything in the box because leaving something out may cause muscle loss. If you don't like olives, seriously, these are the best tasting olives. Even people who don't like olives like these olives, so try them. You can also chop them up really finely and add them to your soups to hide the taste if you want. If you just won't eat olives, you can substitute this packet of olives with just 1 teaspoon of high quality extra virgin olive oil instead. You can eat any of the foods in any order, any time of the day. You can even eat half of one of the foods now and save the other half of it for later to spread it out more. Don't eat anything other than what's in this box. Adding anything else is going to get detected by the body's radar, which I talked about yesterday. ProLon does sometimes add some extra soup packs, but these are not meant to be added to the boxes. They're meant to swap or exchange with one of the soups in case you want to try a different flavor. You need to be sure to drink plenty of water, at least 32 ounces. They've included herbal teas, which you don't have to use. They can just add flavor to your water. Don't use other herbal teas that you might already have. They may not work with ProLon. Vitamins and supplements are included. You'll want to take these with food. If you have trouble swallowing pills, the pills will dissolve in hot water or hot soup. You can open and empty the contents of the algal capsules into a spoon if you like. You can skip the supplements altogether if you really want to. They're just added for extra nutrients, but don't take your own vitamins or supplements. Now, let's talk about caffeine. There's no caffeine in the box, but if you can't go without it, don't worry. You can have up to 8 ounces of plain, regular black coffee. No flavored coffees and no cream, sugar, or any sweeteners, including artificial sweeteners. If you're a tea drinker, you can have up to 16 ounces of caffeinated tea with nothing added to it. Matcha tea is not allowed because matcha is actually ground up tea leaves, not brewed tea. The maximum allowed caffeine is up to 140 milligrams per day. Having more caffeine than that can interfere with our body's nutrient sensing pathways. I think the soups taste great, but if you need to, you can add up to 1 teaspoon total per day of dried single ingredient herbs or spices. The only herbs allowed are black pepper, cayenne, cumin, red pepper flakes, chili powder, oregano, basil, thyme, rosemary, or cinnamon. You can also add up to 1 teaspoon of sea salt per day. Sea salt can help keep you hydrated and can help prevent fasting headaches. To help you get through these fasting days, I recommend you stay occupied without overexerting and practice self-care. Take it easy. Tylenol or Advil is okay for headaches, but no other vitamins or supplements are allowed. Some people sleep better when they do ProLon. Other people find they don't sleep as well, or they have kind of strange dreams. One thing that can help is having some of the food closer to bedtime. Now, what I'm going to say next is only to be used as a last resort. If you're doing the 5-day fast and you're struggling and you don't think you can make it, you can have 1 to 2 thin slices of a small apple, 1/8 to 1/4 inch thick, or 1 stalk of celery 7 to 8 inches long, or 1 small Persian cucumber 5 to 6 inches long. You can't have them all, just one of them. It can also help if you remind yourself you paid money for ProLon, so keep going. I hope you've had a chance to watch my ProLon Day 0 and Day 1 videos already. I've completed Day 1 of the 5-day fast and feeling really good so far.
I slept better than ever last night. This is the data from my Oura Ring. I usually never get this much deep sleep or REM sleep.
Today I'll have everything that's in box 2, but the only thing I want to discuss today is the L drink. This is included in boxes 2 through 5 and provides fuel or energy for your fast. This needs to be diluted in water, and what you want to do is find your weight on the side of the bottle, and you can mark it with a Sharpie if you want. Then pour out some of this liquid into an empty water bottle just down to that line. Make sure this bottle is empty so that in case you accidentally pour too much of this, you can pour it back into the bottle. Now, if your weight is in between lines, try to get it as close as possible without going over. It's better to use less of this than more, so err on the lower side. Whatever's left in this bottle, just throw it out. There's absolutely no reason to save it. Then, once you've poured the appropriate amount of L drink into your water bottle, go ahead and fill it the rest of the way with water. Then I like to add the 2 hibiscus tea bags right into the bottle for flavor. The tea bags don't need to be in hot water. I just throw them right in there and leave them in all day, and it's ready. I recommend you drink just regular water when you're eating the food that's in the box. This water will provide fuel, so drink it when you're not eating food. That way, you'll have energy throughout the day. I'll see you tomorrow for Day 3. Autophagy begins on Day 3, and what is autophagy? Well, it literally means self-eating. It's our body's way of cleaning house. You can also think of it like a corporation. Every corporation has good workers that work really hard and do a good job, but also has workers that are slackers and don't pull their weight. A good boss needs to get rid of those slackers so the corporation can function optimally. Autophagy is how the body gets rid of old, worn-out cell parts that aren't functioning optimally and recycles them to rejuvenate our cells. Fasting triggers autophagy, especially prolonged fasting, like ProLon. Intermittent fasting doesn't achieve this level of autophagy. Day 3 is also the toughest day for most people, but once you get over the hump, days 4 and 5 are easier. I plan to take it easy today and keep myself occupied by doing some meditation, listening to some podcasts, and doing some binge watching. I also have celery just in case. Remember, you can have 1 to 2 slices of a small apple, 1/8 to 1/4 inch thick, or 1 stalk of celery, 7 to 8 inches long, or 1 Persian baby cucumber, 5 to 6 inches long per day as a last resort. I'm just going to keep going with days 3, 4, and 5. On day 6, you'll want to transition gradually back to a regular diet. Remember, your digestive system has been on a break, so you don't want to shock it by going all out the day after. ProLon does provide a transition guide for day 6. I'm feeling great. I'm sleeping great. My energy is good. I have mental clarity, and I'm not even feeling that hungry. But everyone's experience is different, and I hope you'll consider trying ProLon for yourself. Be sure to use the link in the caption for the best prices.